You reserve your right, and I call the member for Banks.
Well, thank you, Acting Deputy Speaker, and I'm very pleased to speak on this motion about the importance of the Greek language and indeed the broader Greek culture and community. My electorate of Banks has a very substantial Greek Australian population, which is justifiably proud of the remarkable history of Greece, the extraordinary depth of its culture. And of course, the Greek culture, Deputy Speaker, dating back thousands of years as it does, has an extraordinary list of achievements in terms of the area of democracy, Western democracy as we know it today, trial by jury, Deputy Speaker, so many other areas where Greek society has pioneered in terms of fields such as mathematics and philosophy, poetry, Deputy Speaker, and a number of important forms that we take for granted today, like satire and tragedy and a range of other areas, Deputy Speaker, and of course the modern Olympics, of course drawn from the ancient Olympics. And Deputy Speaker, in my electorate of Banks, about 6% of residents have Greek ancestry, and about 5% of residents of my electorate speak Greek at home. And this motion, of course, is very relevant to that substantial group in my community. There are parts of my electorate with a larger Greek population. For instance, Deputy Speaker, in the suburb of Blakehurst in my electorate, according to the ABS, about 13% of people speak Greek at home, and in Connells Point, it's about 12%, and it is a very proud community in my electorate. Now, last week, Deputy Speaker, I visited the Greek Orthodox community of New South Wales head office in Lakemba and discussed a range of things. And one of the interesting aspects of that organisation, Deputy Speaker, is that they operate some 4 Greek language schools in my electorate. So at Connells Point Public School, at Danebank School in Hurstville, Peakhurst Public School, and also at Baldface Public School in Blakehurst, Deputy Speaker. And these are really important institutions which provide opportunities for our local families to ensure that their kids grow up being able to speak Greek as fluently as their parents and grandparents are able to. Of course, the Greek Orthodox Community of New South Wales organisation runs a number of other very important events, Deputy Speaker. The Greek Festival of Sydney every year, which attracts up to about 50,000 people, and as part of the festival there are a number of different activities running. There's a museum presentation, Deputy Speaker, going back to the First World War and looking at Lemnos in 1915 and contrasting that with a century later. There's a big celebratory dinner at Brighton Les Sands coming up later in March, and various other activities. So it's an extremely important organisation in our community, Deputy Speaker, and in addition to running those important language courses, also runs seniors groups and childcare centres. I also want to acknowledge the contribution to the local Greek community of the Kogra Greek Orthodox Church, where Father Konadaris, of course, is the parish priest, and our Parliament has a connection to that church, as my colleague, the member for Barton, is its parish president. And one of the important initiatives of the church has been to run the annual Being Greek Festival, which is held at Carrs Park each year. And I went along in 2013. I was away last year, unfortunately, and couldn't attend, but in 2013 I was there, and it was very well hosted by Ada Nicodemou of Home and Away, Deputy Speaker, and there were literally tens of thousands of people at Carrs Park, and it was a really fantastic celebration of Greek culture and of everything that the Greek community contributes to the St George region. So Deputy Speaker, I certainly commend the motion. I think that maintaining cultural heritage is so important, not only in the Greek community, of course, Deputy Speaker, but in communities right across our nation, and certainly commend the Greek Australian community in Banks on everything it does for our area.